demonstrate the art of Ukrainian egg dyeing. When you do this process, you should use a fresh, room temperature raw egg. The egg should not be hard boiled because this dye that you're going to put on here is toxic. Now there are several different types of eggs you can get. This one is an extra large, this one's a jumbo, and this is a goose egg. I like to use, for a beginner, I like to use the jumbo eggs, which I am going to be using in this whole demonstration. Before you begin, you should have a design that you are going to put on your egg, and then you can follow all of your instructions. The first thing you have to do in most of these is you have to divide the egg into 4 equal sections. You can take a pencil and some rubber bands and you can draw your lines on here, and you will have your egg divided into 4 equal sections. Or you can take a template. They have a whole series of templates. You can take your egg, put it on the top, make sure it's level, and then you can make your marks, and then again divide your egg into 4 equal sections. You have your egg divided into 4 equal sections. You are going to draw your pattern on the egg using a number 2 pencil. If you make a mistake, do not use this eraser that's on the pencil. You are going to use an art gum eraser. All right, I'm going to draw this heavy, but you're going to draw it light. I'm drawing it heavy so that you can see. Once you have your design drawn on your egg, you are now going to use one of your kitskas to apply the wax. They come in traditional or in Delrin. I like to use the Delrin ones because with these, I found after time when you're heating it over the candle, sometimes this starts to burn a little bit and this gets loose and it's no good anymore. So I like to use these. They come in 3 different sizes: fine, medium, and wide. For this part, I am going to use a fine, and you are going to use beeswax. Beeswax dries much quicker than, we'll say, candle or Crayola. And this is one of the reasons you want to use the beeswax so it doesn't smear. You're going to take some beeswax and you're going to put it in your kiska and you're going to heat it. Until the wax melts, and then you are going to follow your design. And you're going to do that same process over the entire egg. Now, you can vary your design. You see how I have this just as circles? You can do the same thing. You could make a circle just like I did. And then you can put lines going across. And do not go over your design over and over. Or you can put your lines crisscross. So you can vary your design, leave it plain, or put your own kind of a design in it. Once you have all of the wax on your egg, you now have a decision to make. Do you want to make your egg one color, or do you want to have it multicolors? If you want it one color, at this point in time, you would take your egg and you would dip it into the dye. Your dyes are toxic. Anything that you use with your dyes, you should not use for cooking. I'm going to be using a spoon. I only use this slotted spoon for this purpose. If you wanted to make your egg red, at this point in time, you would take your egg, put it in the dye, wait 10 minutes, and your egg would come out black or red and white. I'm going to make this, I'm going to show you how to do this in a multi-colored process. We're going to start with the lightest color first, and it's going to be yellows. You will notice that I have all of these labeled because as I'm looking at it, you don't know the difference between red and orange just looking at them. This is orange and this is red. You know, they look the same. So I always label both the jar and the cover. I protect my surface, and this is a dedicated board for my EggArt. And again, this is my dedicated spoon. You can use a regular Easter egg dipping spoon. I'm going to use this one. Carefully put it in the dye. And you're going to let it stay in the dye for about at least 10 minutes to no more than 45. Your egg has been blown out. It's going to float to the top. They do sell a tool, but I just took a wire coat hanger and I bent it. And then you can just clip it onto here and it'll keep your egg underneath the dye. All right, it's been in here at least 10 minutes, so I'm going to remove it. And I'm going to dry it off. Now at this point, if I want my egg yellow and white, I could remove the wax that is on there. But I'm going to make this a multi-dye egg. So whatever I want yellow now, I'm going to take my kiska and I'm going to fill it in. I want to decide what I want to have yellow. I think, just to show you the difference, I'm going to fill in these little circles here. Whatever I want to be yellow, I have to fill in with wax. Now I'm going to make these yellow. I'm going to make some of them yellow. Again, I can go right over the wax that I had because that's going to stay white. And now I'm making this part of the egg yellow. So whatever you want yellow, you put wax on it then. And I'm going to put it in red now. And again, because it's floating, I want to hold it down. My 15 minutes or so are up. I'm going to remove the egg from the dye. Blot it gently. And at this point I can decide, do I want to leave it yellow and white and red, or do I want to put one more color on it? I think I'm going to put one more color on. I'm going to leave it red, and then I'm going to put it in the black dye.